everyone, my name is Mandy, and for those of you who do not know me, I am the founder and owner of Brick Road Co., a Poshmark business. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, please. Welcome to my dog, Rudy. Come on, sit. Good boy. Good boy. This is my buddy, and he does pretty much everything with me, so pets rock. And introducing Rudy. So for those of you who do not know me, my name is Mandy, and I am the founder and owner of Brick Road Co. Brick Road Co. is a resale business primarily focused on the app Poshmark, and I would love if you would follow my closet, which you can find the link down below. My closet name is Brick Road Co. I just got back from the most amazing week of networking, and what was really awesome is this was a Poshmark event. I attended Posh Live in Denver this week, and it was awesome. So what I can say is that I was a little bit nervous because this was my first Posh event, but I brought my husband, Greg, and I'll go ahead and plug his closet below. For those of you who are not familiar with my husband, Greg, he also has a Poshmark closet, and his name is down below, and it is Benson Fan Cave. He focuses on sports gear and mostly licensed collegiate and pro products. So if you are a sports enthusiast, I encourage you to follow Greg's closet. He and I went to Posh Live in Denver and had such an amazing time, and we did a lot of networking, so I'd highly recommend if you have a Posh Live event in your area upcoming, that you check that out because it was so cool. What I was really excited about personally was that a lot of the topics that were covered by the speakers at Posh Live Denver this week are actually in this video. So I was really excited about that because I felt like these are other people who are finding success on the app Poshmark, and some of the very techniques they're using and suggestions they have align exactly with mine. So of course, everything isn't one size fits all, but there are some common, I think, tips and techniques that can be pretty helpful. What I thought was the most beneficial, in addition to the networking and the education, was just kind of the support and like the happy, good vibes. So we met a lot of people that we have met online. My husband really hasn't dabbled in the online Poshmark culture, so in the community around that, so he didn't really know people, but I will tell you, I totally fangirled when I walked in and saw the Posh Kings. So I just want to give a shout out to the Posh Kings, Brad and John. They are absolutely awesome. Go follow them on Instagram, follow them anywhere that you can. They are the most amazing people. They do Posh closet consultations. They are humble, they are approachable, they are positive and uplifting, and I just had such a good time with them. Was so thankful to have met them, along with so many other Poshmark people that I feel like are going to be such a good source of not only information but support for me as I branch out further with Brick Road Co. I also want to tell you all, please stay tuned to the very end of the video for a promo code for a chance to have 50% off of any item or bundle in my closet through the end of July. Also, please stay tuned to the end of the video for an additional opportunity to have a shout out through either Instagram or your Posh Closet on my next video. So it is Sunday morning, and I filmed most of the video before it did cut off on my last tip, so I'll be adding on to that here at the end. As you can see here, I am doing a little bit of listing and working from bed today. You can see I've got my computer here, and then below me here on my lap desk I have a bunch of listings that I just want to proofread and review and make sure everything looks okay before I take them down to my inventory. I've got a really fun afternoon planned with my family. We're gonna go see a Disney movie that just got released here over the weekend. I love all things Disney. I love musicals. I love The Lion King, so I'm super excited to go see that this weekend with my kiddos and enjoy some family time. So I want to go ahead and get my stuff done this morning, and I thought it's hot outside. I could take all of this out on the patio, but I prefer to just go ahead and work from my bed this morning and knock it all out here and then have a fun afternoon the rest of the day. So I also wanted to let you all know some of the things you can expect in every video. So I will give you just little bits and pieces about me, so you'll learn more and more about my family and about me personally through each video. So I will reveal little bits and pieces about who I am and my story and my family. So today you got to meet my dog Rudy, who is honestly my right-hand guy. So we travel with him. We have a slightly codependent relationship that I'm okay with, and I love Jack Russell Terriers and I love rescues. So you met my rescue dog Rudy today, and he's a hoot. I can't wait to see the delightful appearances he makes throughout my videos, and I plan to keep him in there because I love him. So we are a pet-friendly family as far as our Poshmark closets are concerned, so just know that. We do delint everything and everything has been cleaned, but we do have dogs and we love them. What else? I also want you guys to benefit from my videos. For those of you who are looking to learn a little bit more about Poshmark and how to grow your business specifically on Posh and with reselling, you can definitely expect education and some tips in every video. And I just like to repeat that it's not one size fits all, not everything works for everyone, but these are today some of the tips that I find most beneficial for daily sales. Lastly, I just want to make sure that we have a lot of fun. So if you're bored, if you're not having fun, videos are too long, let me know. I want to know what you want to see because I want to be a source of not only education for you, but entertainment too. I think I'm entertaining. We'll see how that goes. I'm not sure if I'm as entertaining as I think I am, but I feel like I'm kind of entertaining, so we'll see. Then the one thing I do want to do in every video is provide an opportunity for a sale or some type of shout out or discount. So stay tuned to each of my videos for opportunities to do that, because I do think that that will help not only build a better Poshmark community, but then it might provide some of you the incentive to go shop my closet and maybe do an unboxing on your YouTube channel if you have one. I think that's about it, so I think we'll go ahead and get started with my top 5 tips for Poshmark daily sales. I hope you guys enjoy and stay tuned for the end of the video. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad that you decided to join me again today. And today we're going to actually go over some of my most helpful tips for making daily sales on Poshmark. I came up with my top 5 tips for making daily sales on Poshmark, and I hope you like them and find them beneficial. If you have any other tips that you think are helpful, please feel free to comment below, and I would love to see what everyone else's ideas are for making those daily sales on Poshmark. Let's jump into our top 5 Poshmark tips. Our top 5 tips for Poshmark daily sales. Tip number 1 that I have would be to list or relist every single day. What I mean by list or relist every single day is I either add new items to my closet, or I take an old item and upgrade the listing and completely overhaul it, delete the old one and do a new one, which would be called a relist. So I try to relist or list items every single day, and that is 7 days a week. I try my hardest to do that. Sometimes I list a little bit more than 3 to 5, and sometimes I'm not able to list any new items, so I work on relisting. I do prefer to list new items, but if I'm short on time or if I'm on the go and I don't have access to my inventory, I do relist. How I pick which items to do relists: items that have been in my closet for an exceptionally long time that just don't seem to be getting any attention or likes. I also try to relist items that I've continually dropped prices on until I feel like the price is at its bottom point, and then I assess whether I want to relist that item on Poshmark, have a lower end listing on eBay, or donate that item. I also try to relist items that may have lacking descriptions, measurements, really old pictures that I feel didn't do the item justice. And then I also try to relist any items that might be new trends. For instance, mustard yellow was not necessarily a color that was in a few years ago, but it's becoming very popular right now. And so any of my items that are popular colors that are trending for fall, I will relist those items if they need an upgrade and they're not really getting that attention. I also try to maintain at least 700 items active for sale on a regular basis. I try to stay honestly between 700 and 800 active listings at any given time, and I find that I make daily sales as long as I keep my active items over about 700 items in my closet. I think that about sums it up for tip number 1. So again, list and relist every single day. Depending on the size of your closet, pick a set number of items that you'd like to have as a goal, and just stick with that. The consistency and interaction regularly, along with fresh items in your closet, really helps out quite a bit. Let's move on to tip number 2. Tip number 2 would be to self-share at least 1 time a day. I think for self-sharing, 2 times a day is more ideal. than one time a day. But if you can only share once a day, I would recommend sharing at night, and most specifically during the nighttime party if you are able. Number one, all of the items in your closet at night are shareable to the party because the party does have some overall type of theme without brand exclusions. By sharing your entire closet to a party, you maximize your closet exposure by sharing those closet items to people that might not be following your closet and might not have seen your inventory before. So if you have the ability to only share one time per day, I would highly recommend doing so during the evening Posh party. I share my closet at least twice a day. I try to share my closet sometime before noon Mountain Time, and then again in the evening, preferably during that evening party. However, I really don't beat myself up about the time frame. My goal is just to make sure I'm sharing at least once a day in the evenings, and everything aside from that is additional, shares and exposure to my closet. I don't ever share more than 3 times a day. I don't think I've ever shared my closet more than 3 times a day, and I haven't found where that seems to be of any benefit. So 2 times per day ideal. I share again first thing in the morning through noon Mountain Standard Time. If it's a party that I have a lot of brands, for instance, one of the parties is an athletic wear party that I have a great deal of items in my closet, I do try to share during that morning party. But aside from that, as long as I'm in there during the morning hours, interacting and sharing my closet, I find that to be the most beneficial. Okay, that brings us to tip number 3. Tip number 3 is one that I think is probably underrated quite a bit, and that is to stay active on the app. One thing as a buyer on the Poshmark app I have noticed is you'll have a really awesome item like Air Force Ones or a very high desirable Patagonia shirt, and tons of comments on that listing about, is the item still available? Can you take some additional pictures? What's the fabric content? And no responses to that. That indicates to me that someone has a very inactive closet or they don't interact with their buyers. When you stay active on the app, not only are you demonstrating to buyers that you are present and that your closet is fresh, and you have your items ready to go, and you're prompt and you take this very seriously. Additionally, staying active on the app helps you to be able to strike while the iron is hot, per se. There are a lot of tools available on the Poshmark app, such as price drops and offer to likers. So if someone has given you an offer or bundled items, to respond more quickly tends to result in more sales. From a buyer's perspective, I can say that that is beneficial for me. So when I go on Poshmark specifically to buy things, I'm usually looking for something very specific and I need it within a reasonable time frame. I want to see that the seller is active, but I also want to see that they interact with me once I've liked their item, just to see if there's any available discounts or incentives and really how motivated they are to sell that item. So don't be shy using those tools and staying active on the app. It's a very beneficial tool that is being used on the Poshmark app right now. So I think that is it for tip number 3. Again, stay active on the app, use those tools that they have for you, and interact with your buyers. So now we will move on to tip number 4. And my 4th tip that I have to make daily sales on Poshmark is to utilize other social media apps to market yourself and direct people to your closet. I recently started using Instagram more frequently for Brick Road Co., and I have found I have linked quite a few sales back to what I've posted on my Instagram account. So what's wonderful about using Instagram accounts and becoming familiar with how to utilize that to drive traffic to your Poshmark closet is that if you hashtag things, and especially if it's trending items, you might have someone who is looking for that and scrolls Instagram and finds a product they like, and they will actually go to your closet and purchase that item. So don't be afraid to get on Instagram, create some posts saying, hey, check out my closet, I'm really excited about some of my new inventory, and you'd be surprised what kind of traffic that might drive over to your Poshmark closet. Additionally, using tools like Facebook, the seller campaign tools that are available to Poshmark ambassadors within the Poshmark app, as well as using YouTube. All of those things linked together are going to really help drive the appropriate customers to your closet and more customers to your closet. So rather than just relying on listing on Poshmark and sharing, get out there and share to your other accounts and tell people about the Poshmark app on your Instagram. Sign up for the Poshmark seller campaigns if you're an ambassador. It's a wonderful way to make some Posh credits and really dabble with that crossover of using other apps and social media to help drive traffic to your Posh closet. And of course, all of my social media handles for Poshmark I have unified under the name Brick Road Co. So a side note, if you're really looking to take this serious and to the next level, I would highly recommend unifying a closet name and then taking that across the board with all of your different forms of social media and advertising. That brings me finally to my last tip on how to make daily sales on the Poshmark app. So for me, number 5 has more to do with my knowledge of understanding how the internet works and searching works than it does actually the app itself. So for those of you who are not familiar with search engine optimization, I would really recommend just maybe doing a little crash course on that and what that can do as far as optimizing your descriptions and your titles in your Poshmark closet. So particularly looking at your title and description, you want to be very specific with what words you would use. And for me, when I'm describing to new Poshers how to look at describing their items so it becomes visible in searches, is think about what terms you would use if you were searching for that exact item to buy. And so rather than listing, let's say I had a pair of Lululemon Speedy shorts for sale and they were multicolored, in order to optimize the maximum amount of searches, I would want to put the brand name first. And then I typically put whether it's men's, women's, or youth, and then I will describe the item in the most reflective, concise way possible, but also in a way that I think people would be searching for that item. So in the instance of the Speedy shorts, I would populate my title with something like Lululemon Speedy shorts. If there's a pattern name, so like with Lululemon or Lily Pulitzer, pattern names can be very important for people who are looking specifically for an item. Okay guys, so as you can see, my video cut off abruptly on tip number 5. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. I think pretty much everything was covered other than I just want to recommend for increased understanding of search engine optimization and Google searching and how you can really get your items to stand out with Google searches. I would highly recommend watching some YouTube videos about that particular topic. The other topic that I'm really interested in right now to help increase my visibility is how to increase followers and visibility on Instagram. And I think that's it for my top 5 tips for daily sales. So I really hope you guys enjoyed everything that I provided today, weren't too bored with the information. And please do DM me on Instagram for a chance to have a shout out on your next video. So as promised, if you would like to have a shout out on my next video, please DM me on my Instagram account below. And just say, hey, I would like a shout out on your next video, and then I will do a random drawing of who would like to be recognized, and you'll see who gets that shout out at the first part of the next video. So lastly, I would like to offer, for those of you who stuck it out through the end of my video, a promo code for 50% off of all purchases on my Poshmark closet through the end of July 2019. All you need to do is add any item or items to a bundle and comment on that bundle with the promo code POSHLiveDenver. So again, the promo code is POSHLiveDenver, and all you need to do is shop my closet, add to a bundle, and then put that in the comments. I will be happy to honor 50% off of any purchases through the end of July that use that promo code as a thank you for supporting my YouTube channel. I am always willing to make incredible offers on bundles. Really appreciate everyone's support. So don't forget to like, share, and comment on this video, and subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you guys again next time. Thanks so much. Bye. Now let's pray to sweet Jesus that that was all in focus and I don't have to do it twice.